Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about Goth on a budget. So a friend of mine was talking about how difficult it is to find beauty products in the Goth subculture that don't break your wallet. We've all heard, go thrifting, which is super great, and you can find some awesome things and some really good basics for your wardrobe. And we've also heard, do a lot of DIY. And that's great for clothing. Like if you've got some sewing knowledge, or even if you don't, if you have a pair of scissors, you can totally do DIY. And it works out great most of the time. The problem is that makeup is expensive and it's really hard to do it yourself. Getting the components can be difficult, and no one really wants to take that much time to make foundation and primer and things like that. So, we're going to talk about a couple products that I like. So, my skin is, if you've seen me without makeup, my skin is fairly red. It's kind of like that pinky, reddy. It's still really fair, but it is very pinky and red. And so, for my primer, I use this one. I use a green primer. So this is NYX, and it is the color correcting liquid. If I can get my camera to focus. Come on. Well, whatever. But you can kind of see it. So, oh, there we go. This is the color correcting liquid in green from NYX. Most of my bag is NYX. Most of my bag is just full of NYX products. I love them. They are a drugstore company. They're cruelty-free. And they make really good stuff, and you don't have to buy like the premium brands to get very nice looking makeup with them. So this one runs about $14 for the container. It's 30 milliliters. It's not too bad. They come in other colors. They come in yellow, they come in pink, they come in blue, I think there's orange. And each one does a different thing. So I think like the yellow, it kind of illuminizes the skin. Pink, brightens the skin. And then blue kind of takes out the sallowness if you have a lot of like sallow to your skin tone. I use the green because my skin is red. And yeah, that one's really, really great for reducing that. So after I get my primer, I'll put in my face. I've only used like maybe like an eighth of it since I bought it 2 weeks ago. So it lasts a really long time. It's not like, oh my gosh, there's only an ounce. It's going to, it's not going to last very long. It will. It'll last quite a while. A matter of fact, my foundation is about an ounce, and it does me 2.5 months. Thereabouts, and for the price it's pretty great. So for my foundation, I actually end up using a foundation mixer because we've looked at things like Manic Panic, and that's usually the go-to like foundation for white foundation, and it really ends up being streaky, and it doesn't give really good coverage. It looks more like costume makeup, and the last thing you want your style to look like is a costume. So I was actually really excited when I found out that the Pro Foundation Mixer from NYX, which is this little bad boy, if you want to see it, and it's about an ounce as well, this little bad boy comes out white, and I'm more than happy to swatch it for you guys because it comes out white. It's about as white as what's on my face. So you can see it. It's white, and so if you take it and kind of blend it into the skin a little bit, I mean, you can kind of see it on my skin tone. It's white, so it's not like grease paint white, but it is very white, and you can put on more or less to get more of the white coverage you want. I just use it to pale out a little bit. I don't go full white. Mainly because if I wanted to do full white, it'd either be a lot of makeup or I'd have to swap to grease paint, and grease paint is heavy and I don't want to use it. For getting my makeup on, I actually use a little Wonder Blender. So I know that there's the beauty blenders, but this is an AOA Wonder Blender. It's basically a knockoff, but I got it for $1 and it does the same thing. I'll put links to everything that I'm talking about in the description. The only thing I didn't bring down with me is my powder that I used afterwards. I actually used the NYX HD powder. I'm thinking of swapping into using the green for color correcting, which is why I didn't bring it down to talk about it, because it works really well and it's colorless, but for me personally it doesn't work so great because it doesn't help with the color in my cheeks. However, I will say that when you put the foundation mixer on, it is very sticky, and so when you put the powder on, it becomes very matte. So I can touch my face and all that good stuff and nothing comes off anymore, which is really nice, because if I don't powder, I usually end up having like kind of like a tacky face for a little bit, and you know, then it gets on my dogs or gets on my couch or whatever else, and it ends up being really difficult. So the Wonder Blender is $1. The Pro Foundation Mixer is $10, and then the color correcting liquid is $14. They last for a long time. I would definitely say that the first thing that's going to go out on you is going to be the foundation, more than likely. But that for me, it's 2.5 months before I need to get more. Unfortunately, I know the NYX site is currently sold out, but again, these are drugstore brands. You can get them at Ulta. I think Sephora carries NYX too. You can get them in most drugstores, so you don't really have to worry about it. So yeah, so those are the foundation of your face, the very basics. Everyone should start with a good foundation, and then it's like a house, you know, it's a good foundation, and then you build on top of it. So that's it for Goth on a Budget, and next week we'll probably talk about lip colors and how to find really good pigmented lip colors that really stand out and that don't rub off on everything, or ways to make sure they don't rub off on everything. So if you like these videos, please subscribe below, or you can subscribe over in here. Also, if you want to check out my previous video, you can check out my previous video over here. If you like videos like this and you want me to do more Goth on a budget, so that, you know, if you want to be Goth, your deepest desire is to be Goth, and you just don't have the money because it can be expensive, be sure to hit the like button so I can make more of these. Let me know what you're thinking, guys. Alright, we will see you next time.